well, the Mustang at least is back and up and running since our kerfuffle going to the car show a couple of weeks ago. Still mystery of what exactly was happening, why it was overheating. But I had, as you can see, I've got a pretty new radiator, modern radiator. And what was happening was steam was just flying out of the overflow tank here. And at first I thought that maybe this old hose had gotten clogged. That's happened to me a couple of times and I just need to replace it. But no, it was not. So they ran it. They said they let it sit and run for over an hour. So we just, to be on the safe side, we just went ahead and put in a new thermostat just because that doesn't cost very much to do. And if you saw the video there, we were cruising along at about 60 miles an hour, running very, very low in temperature, probably even below 190. So I think at least this car is fixated. Well, fixed or fixated. All right, and what you are looking at here is a refurbished starter for the 51 Ford truck. My adventures with the continuing electrical drain that we just cannot seem to run down is one thing came up was that we don't think this was the issue, but the starter was definitely on its way out. So we went ahead and had that refurbished, and I brought that here to CPR Auto here in Anderson, Indiana. I'm not sure if you can even make out the sign there. It's a little faded. But they said this is the guy here for starters and alternators and stuff like that. Seems to really know his stuff. So if you're in the Anderson area and you need a classic car starter or alternator done, please bring it to him. I talked to the owner, Shane. He seems to really know his stuff. He's also got some ideas about what could be causing the drain depending on how we have that new wiring harness set up. So we are going to take this on back to the guys in Arcadia and see if we can make some progress. All right, and we're back in Arcadia, Indiana at LG Auto Restoration, and we think we finally got this electrical issue with the truck licked. We had a conversation with the gentleman at CPR over in Anderson. I believe Shane was his name. And he suggested about how the alternator was wired. There's a way to do it so that you don't need to be hitting up those 1500 RPMs or higher before it starts charging. So we think we've got it. I'm going to let the man himself, Lauren, from LG, explain.
With a one-wire GM alternator, it needs to see a set RPM before it starts charging. I was saying, rev it up when you start it, and it'll start charging. What we weren't taking into account was the underdrive pulleys. So the alternator probably wasn't starting to charge until a much higher RPM. So you can jump one wire alternator. You can see this wire right here, and that has a diode in it to just not let it backflow. So as soon as your key turns on, it closes the circuit in the alternator and it's charging instantly.
Excellent.
So even at idle, and how we tested that was just sort of stuck the wire to the positive terminal. So you could watch the battery. It's like 12.2 volts. And then we'd touch the wire and it'd go up to 14.5.
Yeah.
So now the alternator is going to be charging that battery all the time when you're driving it.
Outstanding. All right, sounds like we finally got it licked.
I think so.